Praise God. We're going to talk about, we've been talking about holiness. Your faith is in your living. We're going to talk about, on this segment, active faith, active holiness. So we talk about, James was talking about, if you have faith, you know, faith without work is dead. You know, if your faith is dead, you might as well say, I didn't have faith. You know, because a lot of times think that faith secures us.
Yeah.
Confession just the thing that secures us.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Just, you know, just like confession in Christ just don't secure your eternal salvation, but it's your living after your confession that does.
Yes.
Just like a confession you made to your wife in front of the preacher that says, yeah, I'm your husband, but if you don't live like it, your confession is nothing.
That's
You understand what I'm saying? Your
Yes.
confession is nothing.
Yeah.
If you're not going to live as a married man, then your confession that you said that I choose you to be
just
married,
words.
it's just words.
Yeah. Nothing.
What makes it that is we come together, we live in the house, and we love each other, and learn of each other, and grow up with each other, and through the living we become married.
Yes. Yes. That's good. That is so good. Through the living.
Through the living.
Oh, that is good.
That's how you become.
Ooh, that's good.
Because there's aspect of you I know when we're single that I know about you. Now you don't have to go home.
Right? You here all the time.
All the time.
Right
Can't
here.
kick you out.
Can't keep you out.
Can't do no more. Let the door hate you. Let the door
Lord
not
split
split
you.
you. I gotta deal with you.
Gotta do
You know. So I had to learn that when I, when I get mad, I can't go to mama house.
No.
So when we do to relationship, then we begin to be bounded.
Yes.
Well, I believe it's the same way in the relationship with his body and relationship to where he put you.
Yeah.
When he put you in the church, I do believe that those things that happen in the church, either good or bad, bond the relationship.
Yeah.
But a lot of times when things begin to happen in the church, it could be issues or whatever within the body or within the bride that we tend to walk away.
This is good.
That weakens the relationship.
Yes,
Because you could never know what the relationship could have been if you had stayed.
Yes,
So
sir.
what you did is you pack your bag and went home to your daddy, which is the devil.
That's good. That's
Take your
good.
little thing and left because you like don't like this, or you go somewhere else
Yes.
and just mess
That's
up
what we
over there.
do.
And thinking that, okay, it start off good again. But
Yeah.
believe me,
Same thing.
one person that didn't change in the equation
Where's yourself?
was you.
Yes.
So
Same
whatever
thing.
happened in the first marriage,
You're gonna have
it
your
happened in the second marriage.
Yeah.
Because you still you.
Yes.
You know?
That's
This is true, though.
Regardless where
This
you
is real
go, you
talk.
still you.
This is real talk.
No,
Yes.
you never
the
change.
truth.
So
Yeah.
you have to have active faith and active holiness.
Yes.
Well, let's go James chapter 2, verse 21.
Verse 21 reads, "Was not Abraham our father justified by works?"
Okay, was not our father Abraham was justified by works?
Yes.
So Abraham just said, okay, God, he said, go into the Lamb of show. All right, God, I believe. And he stayed there. And just hang out,
Yeah.
on his land. All right, God, I hear you. But he hang out right there.
This is so good. Yes,
Yes.
God.
I
This is
see
good.
the word.
Yes, this is
You
good.
understand?
It's
So
good.
now he became the father of faith, not because he said, I believe, because he went.
Yes. Believe when you went. Yes.
Understand? He believed. That's was believe. Because if he never believed, he would never make a step.
Yes.
He would never done nothing. So now he began to do something. And when God asked him, right, to give me your only son, he didn't say, okay, God, take on Ishmael instead.
Yeah.
No, God said, give me your only son,
son, yes.
Isaac.
Only
He didn't
son.
say Ishmael.
Yes.
He said Isaac.
Yes.
No, you can take Ishmael. I don't like him that much. You don't take care. He didn't say that.
No, he didn't.
Guess what he did? He
Yes,
brought
he
Isaac his son.
He did.
Yes.
He did.
Yes.
He did.
Yes.
So that's faith.
Yes, that's faith.
Did exactly what
That's
God said.
why now a lot of us can never see provision, right? Because we say we have faith, but there's no action behind it. Now, can I help you here?
Yes, help us. Help us.
That action, faith, is not only an action, but it's an attitude.
Yeah. That's
Action,
good.
attitude.
Yeah, because you could do
Yes.
something but have the wrong attitude.
Yeah.
It's an internal stance.
Yes, Lord.
You understand what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
an internal stance. Because you can't be in unbelief while your work says,
I believe.
I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
But
good.
your
true.
internal says,
Yeah. This is good and it's true. Amen.
both,
Amen.
both the internal
Gotta
and
match.
the external got to match.
Gotta
Yes.
match.
Yes. Yes,
That's
God.
Both the
This is good.
internal and the external got to match.
Wow.
That's why Paul began to say, rejoice, even you're in jail. He said, rejoice. Again, I say rejoice. You got to smile on the outside
And the
and the
inside.
inside
Woo.
to match up.
To match up.
Everybody
Yes.
hear me?
Yes.
Wow.
You got to do both.
Yeah.
So sometimes, we want to do, I'm doing works.
But
But you complaining while you're doing
Yeah.
works.
That's
now.
good.
That's not faith.
That is so
Now,
good.
Yeah.
Angry while you're doing
Yes.
Yeah.
works.
what you said?
Angry.
I
Yeah.
ask you, pray. I don't want to pray.
Yeah.
You said with your mouth, but you're doing it, but inside you
it's
didn't
not
want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. That's
Yeah,
so
it's
good.
gotta
That's
match.
good.
Wow.
Have to match. All right.
If I asked my wife for a cup of water, a cup of tea, she started complaining, I don't want to give it to you. Now she went finally do it. I don't want you to do it
Yeah,
because your
yeah.
internal attitude already determined what your external, your internal attitude already show what your external attitude mean.
That's
You didn't want to do it.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
true.
That's
So I don't
true.
want it.
It's like asking
want it.
husband for something. He really
Put
don't
that
want
back.
it. Yeah. You don't want it. It's true.
It's the internal
That's true.
that got to match the external.
That's good.
And the works, because we have people who do works.
Come on.
But the internal
Don't.
have they call it interior motives is not right,
Yeah.
or this purity of heart is not right.
That's it.
So you have to fix those things inside of you to
Yes.
see why you're doing the things you're
Why?
That's good.
doing. Why you're
Why?
taking the
Yes,
stance.
yes.
Come on.
Why is it your faith is active and everything else like that.
Yes.
Please continue to read.
It says, when he had offered Isaac his son upon the altar.
You see that, right?
Yes.
When he had what?
Offered
Offer Isaac.
Yep.
See, now it talks about the minute he put him in the in the altar, internally he saw him got up already.
Jesus. Yes, Lord.
So that's why works
God.
is not just work, but it has also to do with the internal
Yeah.
that purified the works
Yes,
as
God.
either good or
Or
bad.
bad.
Lord
Yes.
Jesus.
Yes.
That's good.
Yes. That is so true, though.
Go ahead.
It says, seest thou how faith wrought with his works, and by works was faith made perfect?
See, purity. See, faith was made what? Pure.
Yeah.
See, perfect. It
Yeah.
can be termed for mature. It can be the motives for purity. It can be the motive. Now you can offer a work,
Come on.
but the work was not
Not
pure.
pure. Yeah.
As far as Cain and Abel,
Yeah.
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
both
Both
offered work,
offered.
but there was something attached
To
to
his-
Abel's
Yes.
work or offering that was
Did not please
tempted.
God. Yeah.
It's an intention
Come
of his
on.
heart.
Come on.
Because you're like, oh, you give me steak, but the steak got something on it.
Yeah. That's true.
Steak got something on it.
I can't.
Read, please.
23. And the scripture was fulfilled which saith, Abraham believed God, and it was imputed unto him.
Okay, he believed God. The word talk about past and present participle.
Yes.
So he believed God in his action and he believed God in his heart. So he believed him on both stands.
Yes.
So that's why it made the works pure and right before God. And now a lot of things we have cannot be accredited
Jesus.
because it's not pure.
Woo!
Jesus.
Lord help us all.
Go ahead.
And it was imputed unto him for righteousness.
See that? It was imputed, it was credited to him for righteousness because what? It was pure.
Yes.
Because the purity was that he had a right standing with God
Yes.
through his motives, through
Yes.
his work, and also to the intent
Yes. Come on.
of his heart.
Amen.
Intent.
All was pure and right, and that's why it made him righteous, even
Yes.
though he was not, whatever in the Old Testament, but that made him righteous.
Made him
Amen.
Go on.
and he was called the friend of God.
See that? Right? He was called the friend of God.
Yes.
Because he was right in his heart. Go ahead.
Ye see then how that by works a man is justified.
See how by works a man is made right.
Yes, God.
So now we can tell you holy by how you live.
Yes.
That's
good.
what you just confessed.
We can tell something happened and that is going on in the inside
Yes.
by you doing something externally.
Yes.
That's good.
You know?
Amen.
Yes, amen.
Amen. Amen.
So we know that you've been
Amen.
sanctified and God is doing a work inside of you by how you walk, by how you talk.
Yes.
That's how, when we first got saved, we begin to sanctify ourselves.
Yes.
Sanctify means separate
Yes.
from the places and things and people
Yes.
that we used to run around with, because now we having a different life.
Yes.
Because we wanted to show people, right, by how we felt in the inside,
Yes, God.
to our action, that something was going on.
Yes, God. Yes, God.
Nobody.
Amen.
This is good.
Amen.
I put down the alcohol, I put down the drink, and then when I did that, because when I started drinking with the people that I used to be with, or hanging with the people in my home, they start saying, "Oh man, he stopped doing that, or she stopped doing that,"
Yeah.
because they're saying, "Oh, okay, what's wrong? What's up?
What's up? What's going
Yeah.
Well, that's when you tell them something in the inside is working
Working
its
on
way in the
Yes,
outside.
God.
Oh, why the joy
Yes,
in my life. Nobody here.
Yes,
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying to you? So
Yes.
you can't say that I've been changed, but nothing changed in the outside.
Yes, God. Yes, God. Hallelujah.
Wow.
Hmm?
This is good.
Yes, God.
You can put a dress and a pig and lipstick. It's still a pig.
Lipstick
And
and
it's a
a
truth.
pig in a dress.
Pig in a
Pig in a
dress.
dress, a
Yes.
pig in lipstick.
That's so true. Still a pig.
If you don't change the center in you,
Oh, Jesus, help me.
inside
God.
of you,
Jesus.
you can come to church and still look like,
Yeah.
you could wear the biggest hat,
You look
you
like
can be
holiness.
look like holiness, and you can be wearing dresses up to your thing. But if you didn't take the whorish part out of you,
Yes.
Still.
you still what you are. I'm sorry to say, but
Still
you're a
a
whore with a
Yeah.
long dress.
Yeah,
It's the
it's
truth, though.
Yeah.
Tell the truth.
Yeah.
It's the truth.
This is
Amen.
good.
It's the truth.
Yeah. That's the
Amen.
truth.
It's the
So a
truth.
whoremonger
And the long
with a
dress.
suit and a tie
Wow.
Yeah. This
or
is
collar.
good. Wow, collar.
Tell the truth, Lord.
That's the truth.
It's the truth.
Wow.
This is good.
It's inside that
The
got
inside.
to
Yeah.
change. The mothers wear white because their insides were white.
Yes,
Yeah.
God.
Their
Yes,
inside was
God.
pure.
Yes,
Yeah.
God.
That's why you can't get nobody to change how they dress, because they see the miniskirt is inside of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, that's
Yeah.
something.
That's the
good.
truth.
Whoa, God. Yes, it's good.
Lord help us.
You can say don't wear all you want,
Uh-huh.
but if it's inside,
It's gonna
Yes.
come out.
it's gonna come
It's gonna
out.
come out.
Lord have mercy.
The blood got to wash that and purify
Yes,
you
God.
from
Oh.
the inside and the
From the
internal.
inside out, Lord.
That's why in the Old Testament when they cut a sacrifice, the priest had to take the inside,
yeah.
the entrail, the
Yeah.
liver, the things of the inside to put it under the blood and wash
Yes,
it.
God.
Because it's something, that's why they cut it in half and had to
Yes.
work through the internal
Yes.
part of the animal.
Yes.
Because this is signify the work and what the blood
Jesus.
will do in the inside
Yes,
of you.
Lord.
So you can tell somebody to change how they look in the externally, but unless it's been purified and sanctified and been holified in the internal, it will always come back after again.
Yes.
Thank you, Jesus.
Yes,
God,
Lord.
this is so
Come
true.
back.
Yes,
Lord have
God.
mercy.
Got to be from the inside.
Woo, Dad.
So somebody
Yes,
got to
God.
be from the
It's
inside.
gotta be from
Unless
the
you say so.
inside. No, but this is good. But the one thing that really stuck out to me is the faith without works, but more so checking the purity in our works. Because a lot of times we say, oh, well, I have faith and I have works, so how come I'm not seeing any result? Could it be because you have the faith, you have the works, but it is with a tainted motive, an agenda, or using it in a place of manipulation to God or to other people? And this is why, like you say, we have to check our heart.
Yes.
We always, as believers, have to check our heart and our motive. Why do I do what I do? Am I serving God out of a purity of heart because I love Him, or because I'm really trying to get something from Him or from people?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because a lot of times, and that's why it takes prayer and it takes you seeking God, because sometimes you don't even know the intent or the motive in which you're doing things. You're thinking that it's from a pure place, but could it be that God sees your heart and something is there that you don't understand that's there?
Exactly.
So that's the one thing as believers is that we have to check our intent.
You,
and our
you,
motive.
you have to ask yourself the why.
The why. Why am I doing this?
Why?
Is it really for God or is it because I'm looking for something?
Yes.
Because I look at it how we doing the voice of the prophet. Well, I'm not doing it for likes or view.
Yeah.
It's 5 people watching. I'm fine with it
Yeah.
because I'm only doing what the Lord told me to do,
Yes.
and that's it.
I was just going to talk about that.
Yeah.
As Dad said, he's doing what the Lord told him to do. I was going to talk about Abraham, how when God tell him to do something, he just did it.
Yeah.
But then Dad was talking about, Pastor was talking about the inside got to match the outside.
Yes.
So his inside matches his outside. He believed God, and because he believed in God, God counted as righteousness. You understand? He had the right mind of thinking, the right heart inside matches what he did outside. And I love that. And when Dad just talk about he does the voice of prophet because he's whatever
Yeah.
God tell him to do, he's doing the same thing as Abraham.
Yeah.
He did what God tell him to do. He didn't say, well, God, let me second guess or think about it. He did it because he believed inside.
Yeah.
Well, when you look at it, pastors are
Jesus.
quitting the
Lord.
ministry because of hard time, because of whatever's going on. A lot of times you have to understand what was the motive, the heart, what
Yeah.
that really
First
killed
Yeah.
you. Call you in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times, our desire and God's intent is two total different things.
Yeah.
That's
You know?
good.
And sometimes what brings frustration is we have to die to what we thought
Yes.
it was going to be,
Yes.
so we can
That
really
is so
walk
good.
in what it is.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen.
That is
so good. Yes. Be
Yes,
taught.
God.
Yes.
Yes.
Because some of
Amen.
us come ministry, we want fame, we want glory, we want this, we want that, we want this, my name, this. Because, all of it was really all about you. It wasn't
Yeah.
really about kingdom,
Oh God,
This is
yeah.
good.
why
This is
my
good.
name, why I didn't write this
God,
yet, why I
touch
didn't
the
do
body.
this,
Yeah.
why I only got 100 people.
Touch God.
Because that's all there is to it, man. Because after a while, it's your motives, it's your heart, and God got to kill that part. The intent of your heart,
Yeah.
because it was not pure. Even though you're doing it, it may
Yeah.
not be pure.
Yeah.
I look at it right
That's good.
in the midst of it. God give you 50 sheep to take care of. Yeah, make sure the 50 sheep are
That's-
healthy,
That's right.
What you
in
say?
the best health, and
Yes,
holy,
yes.
and living right before God.
'Cause that's
Yeah.
your
That's it.
assignment.
That's your assignment.
Yeah.
And what if that's your assignment for the rest of your life? It doesn't mean somebody who got 100,000 sheep
It's
is
better.
more important.
That's
Yeah.
right.
And when it comes down to it, Jesus said this, right, about the workers, right?
Yeah.
They came with 10 workers. They came, and one came at 9. He give them 1 penny or $1, whatever it may be, and then all of them that came to work, and one that came late, he give them the same as the same one that he gave.
From the beginning, yeah.
Exactly. So the people that was giving from the beginning, and job was gonna be over at 5 o'clock. The guy came in at 4, but he got the same as the people that was working from 9 to 4.
Yes.
So the workers got upset.
Of
They
course.
got angry. He
Of
said, "How you
course.
gonna give him?" He said, "Hold up, it's my money.
That's right.
Yes.
I can do what I want with it.
I can do what I want to do with
Yes.
it,
Yeah.
and I can
Yeah.
give
You
him
give it to
exactly what he
whoever.
needs to do."
Yes. Yes.
And a lot of times we do not get into competition
Yeah.
and understanding. All of us get the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
Yes.
reward is
The reward is the same.
same.
Yes.
And that's what we're looking for, not for the favoritism of men or the applaudissement of men
Yes.
or the thing of men.
Yeah.
So the preachers got to stop looking for people's
Yes.
approval.
Come on.
And more
Speak, Holy
important,
Spirit.
talking about God's approval
God.
and God
Speak, Holy
requires
God.
you to do.
Yes.
So you can get the joy back, the peace back, and be able not to understand, to fully understand the purpose is reaching that throne room. Not people's clapping and adulation and men's approval, but we are here
Yeah.
to make him to say,
Yes.
well done.
Well done.
Good.
My good and faithful servant.
Yes.
So my faith got to be active, and once my faith is active, my holiness is going to be
Yes.
active.
God.
This is
Yes,
good.
God.
Yes.
Yes, God.
So,
That's good.
so we read 24, right?
24, it says, the last part says, ye see then how that by works a man is justified and not by faith only.
Only.
See that, right?
Yes.
So by works you made right. We know something happened
Yes.
by what you do, not only by what you say.
Say,
Yes,
yes,
Lord. Yes, Lord.
yes.
Yes, God.
You can say you goat and bud all you want, but you're not a goat. Because when I put with some steel barbed wire. So yo, go eat that. Go eat anything. So eat the barbed wire. You won't
Ain't
eat
gonna
it,
eat it.
then
Yeah.
you ain't no go.
Yeah, you ain't touching
You ain't
that.
touching that. You ain't no go. You want steak.
People
You're
go
human. You want chicken.
I'm telling you.
You're
I'm
human.
telling you,
You no
Lord,
go.
it's
Get
the
out of here.
truth.
But anyway,
Just
my name's
good.
Pastor Manuel. May I have to my left?
Minister Danielle,
And to my left.
Minister Carla.
We have one thing to say to you.
Jesus is Lord.
God